One of the last things you're going to really need to know how to do is to actually manually assign grades. There are several reasons you may need to do this. While some assignments are self-grading, for example, quizzes and tests, other assignments you need to go in there and grade them yourself. For example, discussion questions, papers, you may have them upload, etc. Even some quizzes you may want to go back and manually grade yourself. Maybe a student got one wrong that in fact the only reason they got it wrong was because they misspelled a word and you want to go in and override it, or perhaps you have an essay question in the test that you need to go in there and manually assign a grade to. So how do you manually edit grades? Well, it's really easy. In the administration toolbar, just click the grades tab. And this would take you up. You'll see all the student assignments and all the students enrolled in your class and all the different assignments you've had them do. You see in this particular course, they have an essay, some text, and then two discussion questions and a quiz. Now we see here, John, I've already assigned him for some text. I gave him a 75. We haven't graded him for DQ1, DQ2. Notice the quiz, this was self-graded. It was automatically done by Moodle. He got a 5. Now suppose then we want to edit his first essay. We want to grade it. Just click the quiz. And now we want to do John Doe's again. He's uploaded a document called Waterside Community. I can click that and read that. And then once I have read it, I can choose to give him a grade. I'll give him 100 out of 100. And then I can choose to leave feedback. Fantastic work. And obviously you can make that feedback as much or as little as you like. You don't have to leave any feedback at all, but obviously it's good for students to have it. Now, when I go back to the grade book, we'll see my grade has been listed. There you are, listed 100. Now the discussion questions can be a little bit trickier. You want to make sure, let's go back to our home page. We have a DQ2 here. We want to make sure that when you set it up, I'm going to edit it. We need to make sure when you set it up, as you scroll down, you're going to see one that says grade, aggregate, type, and grade. Now there are several kind of gradings here I'll encourage you to experiment with and play with. You can end up making discussion questions self-grading if you're willing to let other students grade one other's post. There's all kind of ways. We're going to choose maximum grading because we as the instructors want to be able to grade and we don't want students to do it. And then we want to set a scale. How many points can they get? And we're going to let them get up to 100 points for this particular assignment. This will let me choose the grade for the student. At this point, I can save and return to course. And now I'll be able to go back to grades. Discussion question 2. I can choose his edit. His post, click the rate tab, and now I'll be able to give him an assignment. I'm going to give him, for Charlie, I'll give him an 85. And then I will send in my latest rating. Rating saved. Continue. Now, if you go back to your grade book, you'll see. You click the grades tab, and I can do all the rest of the assignments this way. He's got his assignments. And you see there, this way you can actually go through and grade your individual students and then it'll ultimately do the total course count. So grading is not difficult. You can go back in, you can edit any one of the grading you've done before, all the same process. Like anything else, it's not difficult, just needs a little bit of time to play with it. I would encourage you to spend a little bit of time experimenting with the different kind of aggregations as it relates to the discussion boards, so you can kind of learn for your particular course which works best. But again, the biggest thing, just not hard, just use the grade tab.